Straight Gilgis Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
They had. Here we go.
I'm Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
I hope savior of basketball has won.
Well, the Dortcher Chamber has been going pretty well.
I'm Aaron Wiggins, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm Mark Dagnall, and I'm down to dunk.
He just does a big smile and
I feel blessed by God to be here down to dunk, be here with you.
I'm Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
I'm AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
Oh, jeez. Are you going to sing it good enough for me to guess it, or?
Panhandle. Jeez. I'm tweaking.
Name 2 famous Oklahomans.
Myself and Jalen Williams.
Is that a crazy answer?
All my friends call me Bob.
Where's Rachel?
Unique story. He lived a whole life.
Plain?
This is Kason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
True blood Oklahoma.
That's right.
Pretty exciting, if you ask me.
This is J-Dub, world champion J-Dub, and I'm down to dunk. And eat burgers. Yeah.
You know what? It would help if I had my mic unmuted. Welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before I get to my good friend, Michele Berra, I want to tell you about 2 other friends of mine. Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance. Give Aaron a call, 405-773-5500, or Drew, 405-478-7714 today. Lots of severe weather happening in and around OKC and Oklahoma in general. And so, seriously, you should have good insurance. And if you are unsatisfied with whoever you've got, or you haven't even looked at it in a while, maybe you should just look at it and see if you're unsatisfied. Give Aaron and Drew a call, because I'll bet you are. I bet you're unsatisfied. Also, other people that can celebrate a 3-0 series right now with Aaron and Drew. Give them a call or text today. Support the people that support Down to Dunk. With me on a Sunday morning is my good friend Michele Berra. Michele, what's up?
Well, I mean, 3-0. It's where we supposed OKC would be after 3 games. Not sure we exactly would have predicted the same, but not really too far either. I mean, yes, this game was a little bit closer than the other 2, but was it really in doubt? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, OKC missed a lot of good wide open shots, played probably a little bit less hard defensively, or less, I would say. They didn't put as much as continuous effort as in game 1 and 2. But, when you have that guy right there, which was on an absolute tear, I'm not sure that it makes any difference.
Yeah, Shai, 42 points on 15 of 18 from the field. He's 11 of 12 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 turnovers, a steal. I mean, just an outrageous performance from Shai. And you know what it's time for? It's time for everybody to recognize who the actual best player in the world is right now.
Yeah.
It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Go, if you want proof, go watch that game that happened last night in Minnesota. Because, listen, it's not the guy that's leading that team. It's not Nikola Jokic anymore. And people can stop saying by default that Jokic is the best player in the world. Shai would have never let what is happening to the Nuggets happen. He would have never let it happen. The Nuggets are soft. The Nuggets are somehow soulless. I think some of it has to do with the coaching. But my goodness, that would never happen. I mean, they got the game handed to them. DiVincenzo has been one of their best and most important players in this series. Goes down with a torn Achilles, which is just awful. Just so awful.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards hyperextends his knee. I thought he tore his ACL. It was just oh my gosh. That was terrifying. And then you still cannot win. I feel bad for Aaron Gordon. He's about the only guy that I feel bad for on that team, because everybody else is just does not even look like they even know how to bring it.
Yeah,
It's
that's a great point. Like, I love the wording. Like, not even know how to bring it,
yeah,
because that is what makes the entire difference between teams like OKC. And to give the Suns some credit, to the Suns, which defended as hard as they possibly could. And later on that, I will come back to this. But like, to be able to bring it when it matters, and not just being like running all over the floor, trying to make him plays and leaving guys wide open. This is not what we are talking about. We're talking like aggressiveness. We're talking about making plays. We're talking about defending, like playing smart. Just bring it for 48 minutes. And if it's not 48, let's say 40, 38, but do that. And I mean, there was one moment in last night's game where Shai was having like an insane game. But the most important play that he made was, I think that OKC was up 7, and he picks Devin Booker pocket at midcourt and then lands it. That moment was the moment of, hey, we handled that. And Phoenix was just, they kept it between 10, 15, whatever, but it was never, ever in doubt after that. And I mean, for Shai was having, again, the game of his life offensively, or one of the game of his life offensively. And he puts the effort into like just a moment where Devin Booker was not sharp, or as sharp as he needed to be. Shai was there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it was like around 6 minutes left in the fourth. Whenever he picked his pocket, he just, you're right. Like, he was just unfocused, and Shai was laser focused that entire game. Part of it was, and he even talked about it after the game, that he like understands like the history of game threes, and understands like the history of like the Thunder specifically in game threes, and how it hasn't always gone very well.
Yeah.
And he just felt like he was just bent on like this being the outcome that they wanted. Like, they're going to play to their identity. They're going to be themselves, and they're going to play hard. And that I love that you pointed that play out, because it was just like a moment of just like, all he's trying to do is bring the ball up the court. And, we all watch a lot of NBA basketball. Usually teams let guys bring the ball up the court, You let them get into like the half court, and then like you bring it defensively. But like, this was a moment, like you said, where Shai was just bringing it 100% of the time. And not only offensively was he spectacular, hitting almost every kind of shot you could think of.
Man, that jumper on Grayson Allen, which almost grazed the side of the backboard, for how much was in the corner. Like that was just a stupid shot. Or like the one on Dylan at the end of the shot clock. I'm not sure which one was the hardest.
I don't know. I mean, the fact that the amount of like players too, and the attention that he's getting, we talked about this last week, after game 1, where it's like they're throwing 2 and 3 guys at him. Like, go watch the Shai. I'm sure that there's like YouTube where it's like Shai highlights. Like, there are very few shots that he gets like completely uncontested, and oftentimes it's not just one guy, it's like 2 or 3 guys that are around him. He was just moving at a pace. It was almost like he was speaking a basketball language that the Suns couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, they could not keep up with him. They could not understand what he was going to do. They couldn't predict what he was going to do. It didn't matter. I mean, you have all 5 guys with eyes on him, and often 2 or 3 are close enough to him, paying attention to him, and it did not matter.
Yeah.
It did not matter. He would like spin his way into open shots. He was spectacular. And if you're somehow listening to this and you're one of those fuddy-duddies that thinks that Shai is not fun to watch, go watch yesterday, because holy smokes.
How that is not fun? Like, how?
It's just like completely like, I mean, just like watch the games. Like, just watch the games, because the Thunder are fun. Like that was just an incredible individual performance. Oftentimes it's like you get to watch the whole team and the way that they play together. Yesterday it was Shai. It was the Thunder defense and it was Shai. Just unreal. And it is time that people will like actually recognize that he is the best player on the planet. Because I just think that there's no refuting it. He plays both ends of the court. He can score on anybody. I mean, he's even yelling that he doesn't need it after he thinks he got fouled, didn't get fouled, and
I got that. He got fouled on that one. Like no questions.
Yeah. But yelling, I don't need it. I don't need it. I mean, like, listen, this guy is absolutely entertaining, and just nobody can do anything. Yeah, that shot on Dylan Brooks, where he's, I mean, it's objectively, it's a bad shot.
Oh yeah,
it's a bad shot. He's like,
it was not the prettiest possession. I mean, if you end up with like 2 seconds with a, I don't know, 20 feet jumper, like contested jumper, that is not the shot that you want. And Brooks was just, oh, come on.
Yeah. He was unreal. He was 6 of 7 in the mid range. He was 5 of 5 just like in the paint, 3 of 3 in the restricted area. He made all of his layups. He had 1 dunk. He was 9 of 12 on jump shots.
Yeah.
I mean, just an absolute monster yesterday.
Yeah, and the threes,
nothing they could do.
And the threes were wide open. So it was just luck for the Suns for those not to go in. But anyhow, let's go back for 1 second to the Phoenix Suns. I mean, they played hard. They tried to do everything. I think that the matchup of Dylan Brooks against Chet Holmgren was one that, I mean, OKC had to take that route.
Yeah,
I'd say. And it was favorable. I mean, Dylan Brooks had like an amazing game offensively in terms of shot making. Chet made, I would say, a few good defensive plays, not the exact position you want Chet to play necessarily, which is something that OKC will have to think about if they face someone like the Wolves, where they can replicate whatever Dylan Brooks did with Jaden McDaniels, which probably is not as fast as Dylan nor as physical as Dylan. But anyhow, it was a good game from the Suns. And defensively, they really played a lot with the kind of pressure that you need. And guess what? I mean, they had an okay, I would say, whistle for them. There was stuff that were not called. There was stuff that was called. I mean, sometimes Chet and Hart were called for like ticky-tack fouls. That's fine. That happens, especially when you play super duper hard. Of course, something will slip or something will be judged as, hey, this is the normal flow of the game. Let's let us like play and not stop the game every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you play hard. Sometimes, I mean, in that possession against Shai, there were 3 fouls. I watched it 4 times. There was one like on the dribble where he picked up the ball, one clearly on the shot, and one with the body onto him. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not an issue. Those calls sometimes slip. I am not sure why with a guy that is basically using mid-range basketball as, I mean, Chris Paul with a sensational volume and with super high level of shot making. I mean, this is Jordan-esque, this is Kobe-esque, whatever you need to call it. This is sensational basketball. This is what, I mean, this is what we used to say, oh, this is old basketball. This is what we love. Great. Shai embodies it to a T. I mean, he can make threes. He can get to the basket. What else you need to have fun? Do you need him to be in LA? I'm sorry. You had that chance. You let it go to get possibly the worst couple of players you could have gotten with that package in that point of time. You had your chance, LA. Maybe not the right LA, but who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is in OKC. This guy is amazing. just let us just be okay with it. It's
Yeah.
fun. And J-Dub, I mean, game 1, game 2, he was insanely fun too. I mean, what is fun for you? Like watching OKC lose basketball games? I'm sorry, not today. Maybe tomorrow.
It is fun. That is fun for everybody to see OKC lose. But you know what? It's not happening against Phoenix. Shai, even I thought his passing and keeping his teammates involved was also really high level as well. I was a little surprised, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was a little just surprised at the lack of involvement for Chet Holmgren in this one on the offensive end.
Yeah.
That was probably if I were to have any true critique of the way that they played yesterday, it was just that Chet was not really involved in what they were doing. I mean, Chet finished with 10 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. It's a fine stat line, but he was 5 of 6 from the field. He took 1 3. It just didn't feel like they were involving him as much as they should have in this one. And that would probably be my only real critique of the way that they played. They played well enough to win. This game only felt like a game in the second half whenever the Suns would close it to 8 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was okay, that's when the crowd would get involved. They were up pretty big early on in this one. And the Thunder climbed back in by making a bunch of threes. And it really does help when it's guys like Jay Will coming in and hitting threes. He hit 2 threes. Cason Wallace hit 2 threes in this one. Those guys were actually really big in that moment. And then you had Jared McCain and AJ Mitchell went on a little tear. They cooled off after that, but they also kind of helped gain a lead for the Thunder early on in this one. Just getting into the paint, there's a little bit of a 2-man game between those guys, and it was that was very fun to watch as well. But AJ Mitchell got the start in this one. They started Shai, AJ, Chet, Hart, and Dort. That's kind of the direction that I was hoping that they would go. They have typically gone with Cason Wallace, but I think that AJ is establishing himself as one of the guys for them. And it's a good developmental game for him. He's not a guy that has taken 20 shots a ton in his career. But for him to feel comfortable enough to do it in a playoff game, he led the team in field goal attempts, by the way. We just got done talking about Shai as the best player in the world. AJ took the most shots on the team. But I think it's good. It's good to be able to have that mindset and to be able to want to go score like that. Now, we hope that he shoots better than 25% from the field. But he finished with 15, 6, and 2 in this one and was a plus 15. I thought that he played pretty well. I didn't mind the shots he took. It's just a matter of those shots going in next time. But, AJ continues to kind of emerge as one of the key players for this Thunder team just because of what he can do as an all-around player.
Yeah. And we needed, by the way, nice sweater or I don't know, pullover, whatever you want to call it, for J-Dub. It has Italy on the front. It was appreciated. Anyhow, on Chet, before I forget, I think that part of that was by design. I mean, he was guarded by Dylan Brooks, which didn't allow him to be free, from the 3-point range, and that was good for OKC. If you can take out Brooks as an elbow defender and have him just roaming on Chet, that is still very good. Now, 6 shots, probably not the best in terms of volume. You need to go at least at 10. But anyhow, I'm not really worried. He made one heck of a shot, fading away against Iguodala at some point. So it was actually, yes, you want more volume, but the 2 big men lineup, I don't think that it's best, especially when you don't have a guy like J-Dub who can really do stuff defensively that AJ Mitchell can't do. I'm not worried. On AJ, I'm not really worried about the percentage. Again, he had to take a lot of shots, or at least it ended up taking a lot of them, and it's fine. I mean, you want to put pressure at the rim. You can be a little bit more, I would say, disciplined with your 3-point shot. He had like a few that I didn't particularly like. Those were too early in the shot clock, especially. I mean, when you have guys like Hartenstein and Chet, you can at least take a few screens and see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was hoping that AJ would go to Chet a little bit more. Just utilize him a little bit more. But Chet, the good thing about Chet is like his only thing is he wants to win, I think. I don't think he cares what his stat line is. I think obviously he would love to take 20 shots and to be the guy to like be like the go-to man, but I also think he just desperately wants to win so badly that like he's great being like the fulcrum of the defense and rebounding and taking the shots that he did. I mean, he took basically only efficient shots.
Yeah.
And so like he's just one of the reasons that this Thunder team works, period.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't play at this high of a level without him. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
And, the fact that he too is like has his head on straight, doesn't like have to have, he's not going to pout. Like I can't even imagine Chet like pouting, not getting like the shots that he wants or whatever. Like that's just not the way that he functions, which is really good because a lot of guys that were picked number 2 in the draft and are that high level of a player pout. There's a guy that was picked right before him that has spent a significant portion of this season pouting.
Yeah.
And it's just it speaks to like Chet's character, and it speaks to like the team that he's on, that he's not throwing a fit about any of this. I mean, it's one of the reasons why the Thunder have a really good chance to repeat. And you look across the NBA now, and it's even with the good news about Dub that it's grade 1. We talked about it Friday, but it's more of a when he returns and when in round 2 does he return is certainly the question. And so hopefully the Rockets will win a game here to extend their series at least a little bit. My goodness, dude, did you watch the end of that Rockets-Lakers game?
Not yet. I watched, I think, game 2.
Yeah.
Which was bad enough.
They're up 6, Michele. Yeah. They're up 6 with 30 seconds left. And they have the ball. They're the team that has the ball.
Oh, dear Lord. Then I have to watch it.
Just watch the last 30 seconds. Just, if you like comedy, dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, if you're a Rockets fan, you have to still just be seething right now.
Yeah.
Because they had the game. And if you win that game, you win the next one.
Now I'm serious.
Now you're back 0-0.
Yeah.
But you're up 6 and you have the basketball. All you got to do is dribble. I mean, they did almost everything wrong. Every single thing wrong. Why is Jayshawn Tate in the game? What is happening? What year is it? Remember when there was a Jayshawn Tate versus Lou Dort conversation? It was like, who's better?
Yeah. Yeah, and we were saying, like someone said, well, at least he has some kind of offensive game. Sure. I mean, kudos to Lou Dort, by the way.
Dort's been awesome.
He had like a total number of 0 bad possessions in 3 games.
Yeah.
Offensively. That is, I mean, he had one dribble where you could have seen him pulling up with 10 seconds on the clock from 2-point range, and instead he makes a perfect pass, like collapsing defense and then moving away. Wow. I said, this is this is a very, very good sign. And he is making enough shots. He is defending very well, very, very well. I mean, Book is not one of the players that you would necessarily think, oh, okay, Lou Dort is great against this kind of player. He actually struggled quite a lot in the past on Booker. And now it's the opposite. I mean, Book is not really getting any like burst or anything against Lou Dort. He's playing very well. So kudos to Lou Dort.
Mm-hmm.
And also like basically every other defender. For OKC, Kazan and Caruso did some like wild stuff.
Yeah, it's not fair playing against this Thunder team. It's just straight up just not fair. Okay, we need to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll break down a little bit more of this game. We'll talk about Lou Dort's trip and discuss a little bit more of the playoffs. We'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. I want to tell you about my friends over at Ring Family Dentistry. Ring Family Dentistry takes a straightforward and honest approach to dental care. Doctors Phil and Brendan Ring believe in keeping what's healthy, fixing what's not, and only replacing what truly needs it. No pressure, no upselling, just clear explanations, thoughtful recommendations, and decisions that are always up to you. Ring Family Dentistry is a true family practice with a laid-back vibe, modern tech, and high-quality work, including same-day crowns, even for your front teeth, plus implants, bridges, root canals, and clear aligner therapy, all offered in-house. Call to schedule your appointment at 405-621-1555 or make an appointment online at ringfamilydentistry.com. Okay, so I guess we have to talk about this trip.
Mm-hmm.
Lou is sticking out his leg again. He even raises his hand immediately. It looked like Book was hurt.
Yeah.
Back to the locker room even. And it's not a good look. I don't really know what Lou's doing in that moment. I don't know why he felt the need to do that. He's a fierce competitor, but like that doesn't have to be part of your bag, Lou, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying to hurt anybody necessarily, but it's just like it's not the best look. He did it to, he tripped Jokic and he trips Devin here, who like kind of like hits his knee on Dort's like calf.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily he was fine. He came back out, played the rest of the game. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's not something that I'm out here trying to defend, I would say even. I like Lou as a person. If anybody wants to attack Lou as a person, like I don't know that that's necessarily correct.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not a great look for Lou, and something that he just like genuinely just doesn't need to have happen at all. Like he just needs to continue to compete the way that he does, and this just does not need to be part of what he does.
No, he clearly doesn't need to trip guys. I think that if you really want to look at this from a Homer standpoint, you can say he was trying to have Booker doing like a lot of like running, occupying space. But then when he feels the legs, he clearly puts up the one of the two. And so, I mean, that is a trip. I'm sure that he was trying to get entangled. Not sure he was trying to actively putting the leg out to trip him. But once you try to entangle with someone and you are not really looking towards him and you have your legs out, then you really risk to trip him. So I think that is more what he was trying to do instead of just tripping him on purpose. But the result is you cannot stick out your leg. You cannot do reckless closeouts. This is basically the same kind of action you're putting like another player at risk, and it's really unnecessary. So, I mean, it's not a good play. I'm not sure why they didn't review it, but they might do it later. I'm not sure if they can assign technical or flagrant afterwards.
Yeah, they can. Yes, they can.
It's not a flagrant 2 anyway. I was not. I mean, I've seen worse things.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. They may give him a flagrant point.
Yeah.
In fact, like that's certainly possible. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's on the table, but we'll see. There may be nothing. There may be nothing there with Lou. I'm sure though that the Suns and Suns ownership and management are going to be in the ears of the league, and that certainly could be something that we see from Dort. So
yeah, I would be extremely surprised if they suspend him for 1 game. It would be like very weird. But anyhow.
Yeah. Of note, no J-Dub in this one. Obviously, he has travel with the team. He's on the bench there. You mentioned that he is repping Italy on the bench.
Yeah.
Also, no Isaiah Joe in this one, which also that's a significant rotation piece. His grandma died, and so prayers for Zay and for his family during this time. Shout out to the Thunder for allowing him to be there. It's not like they would keep him from being there, but like, it's nice to just like be human as well and not just be basketball player,
Yeah.
In moments like that. So, prayers for the Joe family, during this time, just keep him in your prayers as well. Dunkers. It's obviously not an easy thing to go through. So, okay. Anything else from this game, Michele, that we have not addressed? I would say something that does need addressed is Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso was so good in this game. And he had 13 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 5 boards, an assist, a steal, and a block. He's just such a maniac, and to me was probably the second or third most important player on the court. And just like he just plays with such force.
Yeah.
He cannot be denied. It's just a lot of fun to watch AC play, and then he specifically turns it on for the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I mean, if you see the box score, you can clearly see that he had like a good enough game offensively. The minutes are, I mean, without Dub, you could think, wow, Caruso should play 30. It doesn't, but the 22 minutes he plays, those are game-changing minutes. And Caruso was, again, almost spotless, both ends of the court. He's so smart. He makes like very sharp decisions. He is very good defensively in terms of point of attack. He's not as fast as quick. He doesn't have the same hands that Kaysen does. But overall, I mean, his anticipation skills and the fact that he knows what to do out there in any possible way, it's just fantastic. And I mean, even offensively, he was very good in reading the defense, trying to find space on cuts. He made like a lot of the open threes that Phoenix decided to let him take. So I mean, it's playoff 2025 all over again in terms of impact and savviness and results. So kudos to Caruso, but also kudos to Jay Will. I think that the fact that, I mean, Phoenix was going small. When he was the lone center, I think that he competed pretty hard. He competed well also when he was sharing the court with either Hart or Chet. He's just, he belongs. You can clearly see now. Even last year in the playoffs, he had like J Will is out there. Let's hope. Right now is J Will is out there. Let's see. It's very different. I mean, Jalen Williams is just a good basketball player. He made a few plays on offense that was just fantastic. The almost your step and like this very weird layup that he took. Those are like plays that he is confident in taking in a game that is still a very important game. I mean, if you don't go up 3-0, then probably there's still a slim chance, especially with J-Dub out. So he was very, very good in his minutes. The team was awesome in his minutes. So kudos to J. Will as well. I mean, he is really growing into a stable, reliable third wing big man. Is just good.
He could take 6 threes in a game, and you're like you don't bat an eye at it. Doesn't feel abnormal. It doesn't feel like sorts. I mean, it's just. I mean,
those are good threes.
They're good threes. He was part of like that run. You know, the Suns were up in this one 15-24, and then they went on 18-4 run to end the half to take the lead, and J. Will was a big part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a significant player to the Thunder now, and the contract they have him on is great. And yeah, I mean, he's indispensable in a lot of ways to the Thunder. He's also, like we talked about a little bit about the Rockets being soulless, and it feels like Denver is as well. Like J. Will's a part of like the soul of the Thunder, and I can speak with some confidence on that. Like he's just somebody that just like really helps the spirit of the team. And so, yeah, having him and AC come off the bench as well as Case and Wallace, Jared McCain. I mean, it's just, it's huge. We did get to see some Aaron Wiggins minutes in this one. He didn't play particularly well, I don't think. I mean, he had 2 points. He took 1 shot. He had 2 assists.
Yeah, the shot was a pretty one.
Yeah.
The foul on the 3-point shot, not a pretty one. But, I mean, it's good to see Wiggs back in, like, playing some minutes. Not sure what happened to him this season. Maybe competition around him just rose in an unexpected level. I really hope that he finds his rhythm again because he's a very good player. Last thing on J. Will, I mean, he is also a guy that takes basketball very seriously, but also in a very light way. Like, you can be extremely serious, but also not heavy in the way you go at things. He gets a very, very bad call on offense. He turns to the freeze and generally smiles. And he's clearly making his points, but he does it in such a way that like it's all good fun for him. Very serious matter, but also in a way where I'm sure that having J. Will around is a boost because when you have those guys in the office or in the gym that are, again, very serious at their job, but also that they can light your spirits and just be like a radiant presence instead of an absorbing one. That is, it is priceless. Well, it has a price, but also very good to have.
Yeah, it is. Joe Masato had this fun fact. Mark Daignault has the second best win percentage in the playoffs. And it helps to have the team that he has.
Sure.
David Blatt is the only guy who has a better winning percentage, which is just funny. It's because he did not coach for very long, and he coached LeBron James.
Yeah, but David Blatt is a legend in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably the best among the top 3, top 4 coaches for EuroLeague. And it was just like not compatible with LeBron James.
It was not the right team for David Blatt to come over to coach.
Yeah, you probably cannot say to LeBron, hey, just act as a decoy. I'm sure that is the best basketball play. but no. And maybe it's. I mean, he's a very prideful guy, so I'm sure that he tried to do it his way, and if not, then it's okay. Let's move on to someone else, which it's what happened. But Vlad is a hell of a coach.
Yeah, you can't actually coach. Like it's the job is different than just coaching.
Yeah, you need to be a leader and a manager, and also a very good X and O guy. He can be in some with some kind of player, probably not with NBA superstars. Well, surely not with NBA superstars.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay. Anything else from the playoffs that sticks out to you? I mean, we're seeing just tons and tons of injuries across the league right now, and it's impacting a lot of things. Not impacting Rockets Lakers as much as I thought it would. I was dead wrong on that. I thought that Houston would show at least a little bit of life. They're not. They're down 3-0 right now. Same with Nuggets Wolves. I predicted that to go 7. I predicted the Nuggets to be the team, but Aaron Gordon yesterday looked like Aaron Gordon from Game 7 of the Thunder series, where it was just like, I'm going to give it a go, but only as like a second mascot, basically. Like they just needed somebody out there that like wanted to win. I don't know. I felt bad for him, but
I mean, they look so out of shape. I mean, it was. I think I watched both Game 1 and Game 2. And I mean, in the third and in the fourth quarter, they're just dead. It's just like Jokic, Murray pick and roll, and if it doesn't work, oh boy, we don't have anything. And I mean, all the transition defense was slow. All the effort in the rebounding, positioning, whatnot, it's slow and or lifeless.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not easy. I mean, Gobert is playing superb defense on Jokic, and this has to be said. He is putting on a show defensively, but still, this is Nikola Jokic, and this is a team that has weapons. Now, clearly, if you don't have Gordon or if you don't have Gordon healthy and you don't have Peyton Watson, then I mean, and if you don't really try to ignite Cam Johnson to take, I don't know, 15 threes, just take 15 threes. It's not happening, and I wonder why. I mean, it's I know that the pairing between Jokic, Murray, and Johnson is not as probably everyone anticipated.
3 threes. What about take 4?
Yeah, but I know that they do less, but he has to take 10 threes in order for that to work. You need to if OKC can find 6 shots for Jay Will from 3, you better find 10 for Cam Johnson. That is the difference of their shooting. I mean, Cam Johnson is a hell of a shooter. Like, you need to pass him open. You need to do that if you want to have something successful. It's not MPJ where he touches the ball wherever and he just lets it go. I mean, you probably need to work a little bit harder. But if OKC can find, again, 6 shots for Jay Will in 18 minutes? You need to find 10 for Cam Johnson and live with the results.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why did you trade for him?
I don't know.
Like, it's spacing. What is spacing without volume? It's just theoretical stuff. I mean,
it's not good. Like him and Christian Brown, like almost giving nothing to your team is a huge problem.
Yeah.
And it's basically like just Jokic and Murray. I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr. there's a reason he's a minimum. Like, to me, he's just not a player you can win basketball games with. Like he'll take threes. He missed all of his yesterday, but like he'll take them. But then like defensively, he's just like not there.
No,
and never really has been. So like it's not necessarily his fault. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know where they go from here. Now, if Ant can't play, obviously DiVincenzo's out. Like, they could go on to win. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, is Jokic going to get suspended? Aaron Gordon might get suspended. He came off the bench. Like, he should be, like, letter of the law should be suspended. But I don't know if he's going to play in Game 5 anyways. But I don't know what's going to happen there with Jokic going after
McDaniels.
I mean, like, if you think about the suspensions that the Thunder had earlier this season, if we were giving the same punishment based on like what happened at the end of that game, like Jokic would definitely get suspended. I mean, remember AJ Mitchell got suspended for basically like just kind of like walking over.
Yeah.
So
no, it's going to be. I wonder if this is the end for the Nuggets. I'm not sure because I mean, when you have Jokic and Murray, you probably try everything else one more time, maybe with different coaching, maybe with David Blatt as a coach. Who knows? Probably too old for that. Anyhow, you probably try the coach route first, and then you see. But again, they don't look fantastic as of today, and also the Rockets. Like, where do you go from here? Like, what do you do from here?
I don't
know. Do you try again with KD and hoping that with Fred VanVleet coming back, it all turns to gold? It might look much better. But are you able to keep up with Spurs and Thunder next year?
No.
I'm not sure you can. I mean, maybe with an impressive series rebounding wise, maybe you can get into the mix. But I mean, like, Wemby will be better next year. The Spurs will be much better next year. OKC can be better next year, which is insane to think about. Like, you're paying a lot for what? You're developing who? Are you okay with the coach? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They'll need
a new coach. They're going to need a new coach. I mean, that to me is like the first thing that's going to happen. And then they'll need to make some roster changes. Like, I just wonder, like, what do they do with Reed? I mean, it's not been a great series for Reed.
Yeah.
And so I do wonder if they move on from Reed this summer. Like, they're going to need to make some roster changes. I don't know.
And what's the value of Reed Shepherd right now?
I don't know.
Would you entertain that?
I mean, certainly the Thunder wouldn't entertain that. I don't think at this point. I'm sure that there was a level of interest in him, given his skill set, especially since they were interested in Jared, who's not like terribly dissimilar from Reed. But someone will have interest. What they're willing to give, I don't know what a team would be willing to give. But there's always the Kings.
Yeah, sure, but you cannot that's not an answer.
It's always the Sacramento Kings.
Well, you can also put him in Chicago if you want, but that's not an answer either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer. I mean, the true answer is like they messed up taking Reed Shepherd. He was never really a Rockets player, anyways. Castle was right there. Like, he's a Rockets player. Like, that's the kind of player that you like. What are you doing?
Sure. You would have probably picked Castle before him. I would not.
Yeah, I was big on Castle, and I didn't foresee him being this kind of player, like being this good, this fast. But like, I like that archetype better.
Yeah, I just like guys that can shoot the basketball like Reed could. Now, I'm not sure if the pairing with Ime Udoka would have made any sense. Is not making any sense. With Amen Thompson, you technically want shooters. You just need to play them. You just need to play lineups that have maybe Amen Thompson and shooting all around and some sort of creation to allow Amen Thompson to play in space with shooters. And technically, if you think about the lineup with Van Vliet, Thompson, Shepard, KD, and Smith, that is not a lineup that technically can't work. You have 2 6'10" guys. No one is a center, but I mean, they can possibly play against non-Jokic lineups or maybe also against Wemby. I mean, who cares? I mean, Wemby can do crazy stuff against anybody, so you don't really lose anything. You just spread the court, and you're probably a little bit below average in terms of defense, but you can bomb from anywhere. And that is a lineup that I would try. How many minutes did they play together? I think 5. Well, not this season, but even last year. So I wonder if there is something there with a more aggressive coach. A coach like Carlisle will definitely play lineups like that, and just let them bomb. Let's be the team that takes like 42, 45 threes a game, and have Shepard taking 6 or 8. That is probably a world where he plays. Now, where does Alpi falls in all this? Can he be like a player that complements Amen Thompson? I'm not sure of that. Do I care? No. Would I punt that guy somewhere else? Sure. Yes. I'm not like a Şengün type of guy, but that's another story.
If you've listened to the show for any length of time, like you know where Michele and I sit on Şengün, and he's a very talented player, but that archetype of player, like they either need to be Jokic, where it's like he is like your franchise, or you are inevitably going to overpay them because he's super productive. He's obviously a good player, and he's going to play in the NBA for a very long time. But he's like, I mean, he's the evolved version of Vooch, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just really difficult players to build around.
Yeah.
Also, he just moves so weird.
Yeah. Because he has a long neck. Neck is extremely important. Like no neck is much better than like tall neck, which is definitely the worst.
Yeah.
But even Deuce McBride, I mean, no neck puzzles me a little bit. Anyhow.
Yeah.
I like Deuce McBride, by the way. He's
good. He's really good. Deuce is really good. Man, David Adelman, who I thought he coached well in last year's playoffs, did well against the Thunder. You mentioned it earlier. That guy might be on the hot seat because he is just looking like such a clown. With like the way he's handling media stuff and his comments, like it's just my admiration. Like watching David Adelman handle this situation right now in Denver just like makes me appreciate Mark Daigneault even more, with just the way that how composed he is, how measured he is, like the leader that he is. And I think like that kind of goes like the leadership for David Adelman like just feels like it's eroding, and you can just kind of see it even through the way that he comments about players and like the way that he talks about Jaden McDaniels. It's just like shout out to Jaden McDaniels. He's clearly in the heads of every single person that would say that they are employed by the Denver Nuggets, because like his comments, I was like, wow, like the fact that he's willing to call out everybody by name, the fact that he's saying that none of those guys can defend, he backed it up, and he is in their heads. He is absolutely in all of their heads, and it's hilarious and shocking that he has been able to do this, and he's backed it up really, throughout this series. So shout out to Jaden McDaniels for potentially destroying the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, on Adelman, I think that when you have your new coach, you can probably just get along with whatever the team is already doing technically, and just replace emotionally emotionally, it doesn't mean that you need to be more emotional. I'm just saying you replace a personality which was like a very strong one in Mike Malone. So I think that you can get good results because you alleviate the pressure. I mean, I'm sure that Malone was a high pressure guy. So a very technical guy, very prepared guy, but also a very demanding guy. You can be, and this is just me speculating from just stuff that I heard, stuff that I read around. I mean, when you release the pressure, you can have like 1 or 2 very good months because the team knows how to play. The team doesn't need like after a year of playing. Yes, you can prepare the series, but I mean, they know how to play against OKC. They might tinkle a little bit, but it's more like being ready in the right state of mind, motivate guys, and that can carry you. But then you need to show it.
Yeah,
and
I think the word you're looking for is tinker.
Yeah, possibly.
Tinkle means to pee.
I don't know how to use that in English. I mean, I would not be.
Sorry, there's a lot of things I can let slide. Saying tinkle on the pod is not something I can let slide.
Okay. But anyhow.
Sorry, Michele.
No, you're good. But anyhow, let me go back. Let me finish because I mean,
sorry,
you ruined it.
I couldn't focus on anything else after you said that. I'm sorry.
I said tinkle?
I think you said tinkle.
Regarding to what?
Like I think you meant to say like tinkering with the lineup or like tinkering.
Oh, I see. Then yes. Yeah, I probably did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that everything is ruined, I think that everyone got my point. After a good first 2 months, you need to prove it. And game 1 and game 2 of the series, which is those are the ones that I watched. I didn't see anything in terms of X and O's, tinkering with lineups, and stuff like that. That makes me think that he is a genius coach and that has everyone behind him. Which makes me extremely thankful about guys like Mark Daigneault, or if you want to look like away from OKC, guys like Mazzola. Mazzola is a very interesting character, but he's a guy that clearly has it. So
he's got vision, and he might be a crazy person, but like he like brings the intensity that like he at least has like an identity, I guess. But yeah, like Cam Johnson taking 2 threes, Christian Brown like not really developing as an offensive player at all is like a big problem. And then like their bench is just like there's really just not a whole lot there. I mean, they played Tim Hardaway 28 minutes. That Cam Johnson trade is just turning out to be something that is pretty detrimental to the squad too. And like you kind of hear like whispers and rumors about Cam and like what they think about Cam and all of that. It all just rings very strange, I would say. And since the Nuggets won the championship, they've not gotten out of round 2. They may still get out of round 1. They're down 3-1, but they may still get out of round 1 because of like the implications of Ant's injury and Dante being out. But also, this Minnesota team could just beat them. I mean, Ayo had 43. He had 43 on 17 shots.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, he's over here trying to show up Shai. Like he played really, really well. I don't expect him to do that, but I do expect him to take on probably the Ant role in the next game, and they could beat him. They could absolutely beat this team,
especially if some of or both Gordon and Jokic are suspended.
Yeah, it seems like even if Gordon is not suspended, I don't know if he'll play in Game 5. It just doesn't seem viable for them. But yeah, I don't know what they do. And also just like Gobert dominating the series without really scoring at all. has been extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Extremely impressive. I'm not the biggest Gobert fan, but boy, Rudy has changed. He's changed this series, certainly. And the fact that he's still a healthy player in this series should terrify the Nuggets, because he has been an absolute demon. I mean, he scored 33 points in 4 games. And he has perhaps been like the reason the series is 3-1.
By the way, reading the chat, I just got a terrified thought. If Denver rebuilds somehow and the Spurs gets Aaron Gordon, it's going to be dramatic. I just had this thought, and they can technically get him.
They can do almost anything.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I think that the Spurs will be so much better next year, and they could win a title this year, and they could be so much better next year. So, I mean, it's good that OKC seems okay in these first 3 games of the playoffs.
They're not going to rebuild.
No, retool. And they don't have anything.
I don't think AG is the one you trade, though, if that's the way you go.
But how many other guy have real value and have salaries that you can get someone with? It's not that easy.
I mean, what's really going to be hard too is like retaining Peyton Watson.
That's why I think that you could move a guy like Gordon if you want to have anything back. Now, is this a way that makes them better? I'm not sure. Probably not.
No, that's the thing, is like without Gordon, like the defense falls apart.
Yeah.
Like it completely falls apart. Like he's the only, that's why I just don't think you can trade him, is because like they've shown that they cannot be competitive without him.
Yeah. Yeah, then I don't think that they have any asset. I mean, Cam Johnson is an expiring, so technically you can get anything. Well, you can get something, but not sure you can get like real value back.
Yeah.
You cannot trade Christian Brown. That is probably a bad contract right now, or at least like I would say net zero if you really want to be optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been shocking. Honestly. Yeah. It's been really shocking to witness all of this happening. It's been a very entertaining first round. There's like no question. After game 1s, it felt like, oh man, this is just going to be chalk. We'll see how this goes. And then it just felt like chaos outside of Suns. It's just, Orlando doing what they've done has been very surprising. Very surprising. They took it to Detroit yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's exciting. Go listen to the Athletic NBA Daily, who's going to have a recap of the weekend tomorrow. You can also listen to the Slam and Jam. We had an awesome Slam and Jam Saturday, just because of our guests. Obviously, Josh Robbins returned to the Slam and Jam, and he is fully Josh Robbins. And then Kenny Beecham joined us as well for the first segment and did trivia, and it was extremely fun. Kenny's the man. Grateful to have him on the show, and we're gonna have him on some more too. So throughout the playoffs, so it's very, very exciting. So okay, hope everybody's having a great day. Thunder play tomorrow in Phoenix for Game 4. Hopefully they close it out. We'll break that all down Wednesday with Alex, and I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, just enjoy the playoffs. Appreciate all the dunkers. We'll most likely see you Game 1, perhaps Game 5. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen. But I'll have more stickers and all of that. I'm trying to do a video every single playoff game as well. That's at home, so be on the lookout on the concourse. And we will talk to you guys again on Wednesday.
Hunt unto dawn, hunt unto dawn.